Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Alicia and today I'm going to be doing a really fun video because it's my first book haul of 2021. So I told myself I wasn't going to buy a bunch of books because I, as many others, fell for the whole, when you first join Booktube, you buy a bunch of books and then they just sit on your shelf without you reading them. So I was trying to be conscious of that and make sure I don't buy a lot of books this year, but I have ended up with a pretty big pile, as you can see. Some of these I bought, some of these are gifts, some of them are like from book boxes and stuff, but yeah, I wanted to make this video and go through them, so let's get into it. So the first book in my pile is The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kiersten White. And this book is, I believe, kind of a reimagining of Frankenstein, except it goes through kind of Elizabeth Frankenstein's life, who is the wife of Victor Frankenstein. And I believe this is just a very kind of, has a dark atmosphere, a very chilling read, and I've heard a lot of great things about it, so I'm super excited about this one. Also, the cover is just absolutely gorgeous. I love this pink, I love the vibe on it I'm getting, so super excited about reading this one and can't wait to get into it. So the next book I have is Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir, I believe is how you say her name. But this is the second book in the Gideon the Ninth. I believe it's going to be a trilogy. And I read Gideon the Ninth, I believe last month, so very recently, and I just absolutely love that book. It was so like funny, but kind of creepy and weird and just so much fun to read. I had such a fun time, and I just had to go and buy the second book because I really want to know what happens next. So yeah, I'm super excited to get into this one. The first one kind of ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, so I'm hoping to read this soon and I cannot wait to get into it. Next we have Sky Hunter by Marie Lu. This, okay, first of all, another just absolutely gorgeous cover, as well as like the kind of this stuff on the side. Just so cool. I love this book. I had taken this book out from the library and read it, and I absolutely love the story. And yeah, honestly, just because of this cover, I was like, I have to own this and, you know, make it part of my collection. So I'm just super excited about having this book because it's just probably one of the like coolest, prettiest covers ever. This next book is Sweet and Bitter Magic by Adrienne Tooley. So this is the Owl Crate exclusive edition. I believe this was in the March box, maybe February. But this also is just one of the prettiest books ever. Like this purple, the sprayed edges, just absolutely gorgeous. I don't really know much about what this book is about. I believe this is a lesbian romance. It has obviously magic in it. I believe it might be something like a hate to love romance, but yeah, I'm really excited about this one and can't wait to read it. So next I have Muse by Brittany Cavallaro. So this is a new release from 2021. It's one that's like I've been anticipating, I'm really excited about, and basically what I know about it is it's this young girl whose father is some kind of inventor, and so he is trying to create this like really revolutionary thing. It also takes place in, I believe, 1893, so it's kind of a historical fantasy. But so yeah, her father is trying to invent this thing, it goes wrong, and then she gets basically kidnapped, and the person who kidnaps her kind of makes her into his muse. And so she doesn't want that, and then she has to deal with like the repercussions of that, and yeah, a lot of stuff going on. But it just has such a cool premise, and I'm really excited to get into this. Next I have Witches Steeped in Gold by Ciaran Smart. This is another new release. I believe this came out in April, and I have heard nothing but great things about this book. It's Jamaican inspired fantasy. It's about two kind of rival kingdoms, and they become their enemies, but they basically have to work together to deal with this bigger issue. So it just has a really cool premise as well, and I'm super excited about this one. This is also the Owl Crate exclusive edition, so it's like really beautiful. It has this like beautiful cover, and then on the inside it has this like gold foiling on the hardcover, as well as it has this really beautiful artwork on the inside. So yeah, this is another book that is just absolutely gorgeous and I'm so excited to own. So next I have Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis. This is kind of an older book, I think. I think came out maybe like a couple years ago, but it's another one that like really piqued my interest. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, but I really like wanted to read it, as well as this cover, which is another just absolutely gorgeous cover. So I was like, why not buy it? I've heard that this is kind of a Phantom of the Opera meets Moulin Rouge-esque book, so that just sounds super cool. I have heard like mixed reviews on it, so I'm not sure, you know, if I'm actually really gonna like it or not, but I really wanted to read it, and yeah, I'm super excited to now own it. So next I have Sophia Princess Among Beasts by James Patterson and Emily Raymond. And I honestly don't know anything about this book. On the back it says, in a terrifying world that urgently needs a queen, a princess will rise. So, sounds very cool. I found this, I think, at Costco or something, and I was just like, cover is super pretty, as well as James Patterson. I don't think I've actually ever read any James Patterson, but I like see and hear about him all the time. So I was like, this sounds cool and looks pretty, so I'm gonna buy it. And here we are. So next I have The Push by Ashley Audrain. This is, I think, a really kind of hyped up book recently. I've heard a lot of great things about it. This is, I think, like a psychological thriller. It has to do with like motherhood and family and things like that. So I am super excited to read this. I have been wanting to read, you know, more thrillers and mysteries and things like that. So I'm hoping I'm really gonna like this. And I've heard obviously like a lot of great things about it. So yeah, I'm super excited about this one. Down to the last few here. Next I got The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. This is another book that was one of my most anticipated of 2021. It is a new release, and it's a bit of a historical fantasy. I think it deals with kind of two different timelines, and it has a lot of like smash the patriarchy vibes, so I love that. And honestly, that's all I need to know about it. But on the back it says, a forgotten history, a secret network of women, a legacy of poison and revenge. Welcome to the Lost Apothecary. So that sounds pretty ominous, so I'm super excited about reading this one and can't wait to actually get into this one. So this is the second to last book, which is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is probably one of the books that I'm most excited to get to. I have been hearing nothing but good things about this book for so long now, and I just like needed this. I just needed it, you know what I mean? So I'm super excited I finally got this. I think this was a gift actually, so I'm really happy that I now have it. Again, this cover is just absolutely gorgeous, and I just love this. This is a adult kind of, I believe, like literary fiction type of thing. It has to do with obviously Evelyn Hugo and her seven husbands. I believe it kind of goes through like different parts of Evelyn Hugo, who I believe is like an actress or something, but it goes through like different parts of her life when she had different husbands, and she's kind of talking to a journalist now and telling her story. And yeah, I've just heard so many great things about this. This is also the first Taylor Jenkins Reid book that I have and will read, because there's a couple others that I kind of have heard a lot about and want to read, like Daisy Jones and the Six, which shockingly I haven't read, even though that is a Booktube favorite. But yeah, I'm super excited about this and I can't wait to read this one. And finally, last, this pile is gone, and we have Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. This book I have heard a lot about. I have heard like a lot of great things, some like iffy things, but I am really excited to read this, and I think it's going to be amazing. As an anxious person myself, I am super excited to read about fellow anxious people. But I believe this is it's like a bank robbery, and there is a bunch of people kind of dealing with this situation and how they kind of deal with it. That's about as far as I know. But yeah, I'm really excited about reading this book. So those are all the books that I have gotten recently, and this is a very heavy pile, but yeah, I am super excited to get into these, and hopefully I'm going to refrain from buying too many books this year, but we're off to a great start. But thanks guys for watching this video, and see you guys next time.